at KCRG.com.
Welcome back, everybody. We are taking your questions right now for our veterinarian, David Graff. Thanks for coming in today, and you brought a little pretty kitty with you.
I did. His name is Oakley. He's a 4-year-old neutered male.
Hi, Oakley. Oakley's very curious. Curiosity in the cat, you know.
He's sitting still just now.
He must know we're on the air. That's usually what happens, right?
That's right.
We do have a caller on the phone with a question about dogs versus cats. Rhonda, go ahead with your question, Rhonda.
Yeah, I have a cat. I moved in with my dad, and ever since we moved in, she's wetting on the floor.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Couple things. A lot of cats, when they have a change in environment, will start eliminating on the floor. So it could be behavioral, but before we jump to that conclusion, we should do a urinalysis and get a physical exam and make sure that we're not blaming the cat for a behavior problem, when in reality it might be a urinary infection. Urinary infections are very common in cats. In fact, Oakley here, he's had them before. Oakley's on a special food to try to prevent recurrent urinary tract infection. So go get him checked out. It may be that the dog's causing him to pee on the floor, but have him checked first to make sure it's not a urinary problem.
Okay, now what would you do if you, for some reason, come home and, let's say, find your cat, and it's usually males that spray, right, isn't it, or?
Usually it's males that spray, that's correct. Females might do it occasionally, but it's usually males.
Okay, what should you do if you, for some reason, come home and you know they've lifted their leg one too many times on the drape, you know?
Okay. The first thing to do, the difference between spraying behavior and I have a bladder infection behavior is cats that urinate on flat surfaces with great frequency might have a urinary problem. Cats that are spraying vertical surfaces, pillows, walls, that could be behavior. After you take the kitty to the doctor and get it checked, there are behavioral training things that you can do to try to curb that behavior, such as multiple litter boxes, and there are medicines that you can put your cat on. There are many cats that are on a medicine called buspirone that is, it makes the center of the brain that's associated with the desire to do marking, it calms that center of the brain, and it helps arrest inappropriate marking behavior in cats.
Okay.
And I have many cats on buspirone that helps a lot.
What about if they, you know, obviously spraying is a form of urinating. What if it's the other kind? What if they're just randomly pooping in the house?
Oh, that. Okay. Well.
I'll just go right there.
All right. Well, if it's that other
Come here,
kind
kitty.
of elimination behavior, then
Cat on the run.
There he goes.
Okay.
Frequently, that's associated with urinary tract infections. It'll start out that they're eliminating with greater frequency. And
okay, you guys better go
cat
get him.
on the loose.
Oh, cat on the loose in the studio.
It'll start out that they have a urinary problem, and they'll not only eliminate with urine, they'll eliminate with feces too.
Okay.
So frequently, that's what that is.
Okay, now if you stick a litter box where they've done it, do you think that might help the problem?
Getting the smell out of the carpet and increased numbers of litter boxes. One of the best ways to treat inappropriate elimination behavior in a cat is increasing the number of litter boxes. My rule of thumb is that the number of litter boxes should be equal to the number of cats plus 1. If you have 4 cats, you need a minimum of 5 litter boxes.
All right, some good advice as always. Veterinarian David Graff, thanks for joining us and bringing that cat in, which is now found.
And the cat,
okay.
Oakley, he's safe.
Yeah, he's found. Okay, coming up tomorrow, psychologist